Hello, YouTube. What's going on, guys? Ladies and gentlemen, I should say, not guys. Guys and girls. There we go. I wanted to do this review. Finally, my review. I got to back him up so far because he's so tall. My review on my killer croc. I might as well just pick up the camera here because he's a big boy. He is a big boy. And finally got him back in the mail. I could finally do the review. I think it was a month later. But here, let me get to the packaging. Now, there's a reason why I left him in the packaging. Normally, I usually take the figure out of the packaging. Now, last time I took the figure out of the package, the arm fell off. So, just wanted to keep this one on YouTube, kind of, and let's see if the arm stays on or if it falls off. So there's the side art here. It looks very nice. Overall, I really like this figure. I mean, I wouldn't have gotten it again if the arm didn't fall. You know, I really wanted it. So, I mean, I waited for another one. And I also can't complain that it was free. And there's some more side art for you. And here's the front again. Is Arkham Deluxe Figure Killer Croc. Now, the original... Oops, sorry about that. The original reason why I really wanted this figure is because all the other Killer Crocs that we've gotten in the past kind of... I just didn't feel like they were really in scale. Killer Croc's supposed to be at least almost 8 feet tall, and he's not supposed to be a small figure. Now, I know this figure is considered to be out of scale. While I open him up, I'm just going to be chatting away. So, sorry if I'm talking your ear off here. Bumping the camera over. Oh boy. So, I thought getting this, which the figure alone by itself just looks absolutely great. Has a ton of detail, has a decent amount of articulation, but also his mouth articulation, has real chains on him. It just has a very good feel to him as a figure. Here's it's got a little bit of detailing in the box here, box art, and I think it's just a prison or something. I think it's supposed to be Arkham, but let's get that out of the way because it's not important. Give me a minute while I try to undo the 18,000 straps he has on. Holy cow. But yeah, I originally got this figure and the arm fell off, so they pulled him out of the package. So I'm just gonna remove the straps now. And maybe he was just strapped in too much before. I'm not sure. But yeah, the arm definitely just came off and it was very awkward. I was like, I didn't even know what to say. I was kind of speechless. I was just like, what the heck? What the? I almost thought it was like a joke or somebody playing a joke on me. But let me pull this guy out of the package on camera here and see if the arm stays on. Oh boy, he's kind of tough to get out. So be very careful when you're pulling him out of the package, guys. He is strapped in very well. Okay, now the arm didn't fall off yet. So let's just back him up. Hopefully he doesn't fall over and the head falls off now. But let's back him up here, because he is a tall guy. There we go. Got the whole guy in there, finally. 4 minutes into the review, and you finally get to the figure, Anthony. So, let's get to him. He does come with his collar, which was seen in, if you've played Arkham Asylum, this is basically what you're getting into. I'm going to switch over to the side here because this figure's so tall and I want to be able to get both hands in here. So, there we go. And I'll take a walk over here. And there's a lot of, very much a ton of detail in this guy. He absolutely looks beautiful as a figure. And just, oh God, I'm so worried that these arms are going to snap off or break, so I'm just going to be very I'm not going to force anything on him. It just sucks that you get a figure that looks this great and then you have to be worried that he's going to fall apart on you especially when he's brand new. And this guy actually goes for a decent chunk of change. He goes for at least $40 on certain sites. I'm going to switch back over here. Just move him in here. I can't back out anymore. That's about as far as I'm getting. So I'll just leave him back here and I'll reach over. But he has a ton of detail. All his chains, like I said, are real metal chain. And he has chains on his feet, on both of his wrists here, and his collar, his collar is removable, but you just have to make sure that his mouth is closed when you remove it, and it does slide right off. There is no articulation in the, there is no articulation in this. It's just a plastic piece with a metal chain. So getting to his articulation here, I'm gonna gracefully try to get to his articulation. So I'm gonna scoot him in here so we can get a zoom in here. And his arm does, oh boy. His arm does, see, I'm not putting that much pressure. I know it might look like I'm putting a lot of pressure here, but I'm not. See, it just moved a little bit. So his arm is supposed to go up and down. He's very tight, so, and I don't want to break him, so. But his arm does do a full, sorry here. It's supposed to do a full 360. Be very careful with these joints, with these arms, so just a heads up. He does have a bicep swivel. His arm does bend here. There we go. Bends, oh boy. I'm just gonna leave it. Just gonna leave it right there. He doesn't have an ab crunch. No ab crunch, but he does have a waist swivel. And he does have, oh god, I better be careful with this too. His leg does go forward, back, and out about that far. So that's about it. He does have a bend at the knee. Oh boy, this guy's so tight. Oh, get worried. So tight on the knee. But it does bend at the knee and does have an ankle movement, which is actually very good. And it does have a slight pivot to the foot here, as you can see. So his foot movement's very good. It keeps him sturdy and he stands very well. As far as his mouth articulation, it does go down. Come on, girl. Open, please. Open. Time to clean those teeth. Looks like you got a little bit of gingivitis in there, sir. You might have to, see right there. You got some gingivitis in there. Oh boy, receding gums. Got to get some Colgate in there. Or Crest, whichever you like. But anyways, back to, I don't know if you guys can see really well in his mouth, but he can see his tongue. And the roof of his mouth is sculpted. I know you guys can't really see, so I'm trying to get in here as much as I can. I'll just move the camera up. There we go. Oh yeah. Look at that mouth. He's burping in your face. But he definitely looks great. The mouth is easily opened. Open and close, so, and it does fit well with the teeth. His head articulation does go down, does go up, and you can do a full 360. I don't see why you would unless you want to snap his neck. And yeah, that's pretty much it for articulation. Like I said, buyer beware. Be forewarned, he is very delicate, so be very careful with him. He's not going to be an ACBA figure. He really isn't. He's basically going to be a display piece in your collection. And like I'm going to use him, even though he's too big. He's technically out of scale here. Here, I'll bring in Golden Age Batman again, which I did in my last review. So I mean, he's pretty tall. And here's Dark Knight Returns Batman, which is far bigger than the Golden Age Batman. So he is out of scale, technically. But does he make a great display piece and fit in your rogues gallery? Absolutely he does. I think so, at least. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but that's what I think. That's why the real reason why I wanted him, and he's just an overall great character. I definitely give his look, I would say, combine it. His look, articulation, overall, the overall figure, with everything included, even his faults, I'd say still I'm going to keep him at a 7.5, and I would have given him a higher rating if he didn't have arm issues or joint issues with his legs and arms falling off. I would have probably given him like an 8, 8.5, maybe 9. But because of those issues, I have to give him a lower rating. So, and I wanted to keep him fair because he is a really great figure. There's a ton of detailing in his feet. All this, it's all very scaly here in his foot. His toenails here to his hand here, which he does have hand articulation. Well, I didn't even include that. What's wrong with me? But it doesn't have a hinge. It just goes back and forth, and it does swivel. Sorry to include that. But his nails here, I mean, you really get a feel for this guy is just, he's an alligator. Looks like a little alligator. So you could definitely tell the scales going through his back here. And you really get a feel for he's very reptilian. So it's really cool. As you can see on his shoulder here. Very, kind of a little bit of Doomsday-esque, I'd say. A little bit there. Except he's not a rocky creature, he's a scaly creature. But yeah, do I recommend him? I want to. I really do. I would definitely say buyer beware. I'll recommend him if you don't spend a lot of money on him. I would pay retail. I'd spend about $40 on him, and that's about it. $40, I think he's worth it with the issues. Just be very, very careful, like I keep repeating, about his arms. I'm not too sure about his legs. I haven't heard anything bad about that, but just be careful. I'd, put that out there. So, I mean, who wouldn't want to know that? But yeah, overall, I like him. I think he'll be a great display piece, and that's pretty much all I have to say about Killer Croc here. This is Killer Croc from the Arkham Asylum / Arkham City, Batman Arkham City, giant sized or deluxe size or whatever you'd like to call it figure. And yeah, rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys. Hold on. There we go. On the flip side. Bye-bye.